Mount Everest, the world's highest mountain. Every year, hundreds of climbers, both professional and amateur, successfully reach the top. At any one time in the climbing season, there are over 1,000 people making the attempt. Behind virtually every endeavor lies the support and expertise of the Sherpas, the unsung heroes of the mountain. They guide, carry the equipment, prepare the routes, and rescue climbers who get into difficulty, every day risking their own lives so that others can claim the glory. In 1922, the first ever expedition to make a full-scale attempt to climb Everest was made by the British, among them George Mallory. Of the 160 men who made up the team, only 13 were British. Mallory was caught in an avalanche on the North Col. 7 of his Sherpas were killed, the first ever recorded deaths on Mount Everest.
Carrying supplies, setting ropes, and helping climbers all the way to the summit.
Sherpas are the strongest individuals I've ever met, especially at altitude. I can take a young 17-year-old Sherpa, an average physique, and in a week he'll be stronger than the strongest climber in America.
I'm not going anywhere with it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
The history of the Sherpa people on the south side of the Himalayas goes back some 500 years. The literal meaning of Sherpa is the people from the east. A nomadic people, 4 different groups migrated from the highlands of Tibet into today's Nepal, where they settled at the foot of these 7,000 and 8,000 meter mountains.
I've reached the summit of Everest 3 times, as well as from 5 or 6 more ascents. I've also stood on Annapurna 4 times, on the Barunsa, the Makalu, and on many peaks along the Indian and Pakistani border, and on Manaslu.
For Sherpas, climbing Everest has nothing to do with personal glory. It's more an expression of their religious beliefs. To reach the summit of the mountain is merely a way to draw closer to the 5 Buddhas represented by the prayer flags. In Buddhism, the path to enlightenment requires complete compassion and selflessness. For a Sherpa, this translates to guiding others safely up the mountain and back again, regardless of the danger to themselves. As always, the Sherpas will look after their clients well during the ascent. A complete kitchen, including gas bottles and food for a month, is loaded, and the yak caravan sets off. Past the Seracs, impressive ice formations, they climb from 5,300 to 6,400 meters. Once there, the Sherpas will set up a camp where the expedition members will stay for around a month, depending on weather conditions. They will set up the tents, cook, and wash up for their clients. They have a steep climb ahead of them. But in spite of the altitude, the Sherpas move incredibly fast. Each of them carries 25 kilos. Regardless of the thin air and an ascent of 700 meters, they only take 2 hours. By nightfall, the wind has calmed down, a welcome surprise. In the advanced base camp, everyone is busy. While the Sherpas plan the next day's search, the first climbers, ant-like, are already on their way to the summit.